Aaron, we've been talking about reserve meetings. We're talking about what happens on auction day for the buyer, for the vendor. Let's talk about what would happen if the auction doesn't sell. A lot of people think it's failed, property's tainted, that's the end of the world, my agent will disown me, and now I'm left to the sharks. That's what people think though, right?
Well, yes, and I understand, and some agents will abandon them too because they lose hope. But it's for us, it's very normal, right? Roughly, in any given market, a third will sell before on the day, a third will sell after, and a third will never sell because they're sitting above the market, and that's okay. So it's a really important process. The biggest thing that as we both know, for our listeners, it's speed. Don't live in denial. Don't go, oh, we'll just see what happens. Speed is critical, and people want to know what the price are. So most of the time, as we know, it's never set in stone. There's always situations that vary that are different, but usually if it doesn't sell at auction, you pass it in and you price it fast and you beat the question post-auction.
Let's start a little bit earlier than that.
Okay.
When is the best time to have an auction and why? And I've been we've been doing auctions together for like a long time, come 10 years on a Friday night. And my strategy is not about, there's many ways to go about it, but have an auction where if it passes in, you got plenty of opportunity of negotiating post-auction. Because we very well know that 48 hours post-auctions are crucial. So when I see an auction on a Sunday night, I'm always feeling a little bit, people go back to work, I got to do my school kids' lunches. So, it might not be the best time if the property doesn't sell under the hammer. So do you see a lot of, do you see a correlation?
Absolutely. So many times, and I see people, they push too hard at auction because they're agency focused, not client, and they're pushing for the deal to happen. And we've all been there, you can just feel the pressure versus, you breathe better than anyone I know. Everyone's just got to sometimes just take a pause and let the information come in. I had 2 examples just this past weekend where they both sold a couple of hours after the auction because the agent did their job well, got cash, put it on paper, phoned everyone back and said to the sellers, no one's at this price at this point in time. To the best of our knowledge, this is the best. And the owners went, okay. They had time to relax and to make the decision.
If you're watching this and you're obviously going through consideration or maybe selling your property by auction and all of that, it's an important video because we're all optimistic, right? But you need to have a strategy that is pre-auction, dealing with conditional, unconditional offer throughout the auction campaign. And frankly, some of the best results at auction are pre-auction. Then we got auction, which is very a small window of opportunity. You know, you're 15, 20, half an hour, sometimes takes longer.
You've owned it for 20 years, right? It's 30 minutes, it's okay.
And then there is post-auction there where it's your agent aggressively will reach out to the entirety of the market, buyers that have been through the property, people that have inquired, people in your database that they're within a similar price range. Let me get some water. Other agents and all of that. Now, speed is important because if the price is right, the market reacts. Would you say that when you move from auction to a price by negotiation, there is possibilities that the vendor is a bit unrealistic and they're scared to put the price online?
Correct. Well, invariably, that's what the market does. If it's not priced after the auction, the vendor wanted too much. Or it's bait advertising that, there's always exceptions, right? But we're too afraid to put the price out there, so we're going to go price on application. So, auction is the purest form of non-pricing, and then the purest form of pricing is to price the property, and it's okay. You've had 3-4 weeks to work out where your property sits in the market. And as a seller, if it doesn't sell on auction day and post-auction I price it and it doesn't sell, the truth is very simple. People like my home, but not at that price. And am I better off knowing it sooner than later? Because as time marches on, all the negotiation strength starts moving in the buyer's favor. As a seller, I auction, I price as fast as I can, so I'm always in control.
2, 3 or 4 week auction campaign.
Situational on, have you been cashed out of an agreement? Can you do a short-term campaign? Yes, you can, as long as all your paperwork's mint. If you've got a LIM report ready to go, you've got a building report ready to go, you've got an auction agreement ready to go, 2 weeks, great. because the cash is there and they can find it. But don't go to the market in a 3-week campaign and you're waiting for a limb and you're waiting for an auction agreement. Then all of a sudden there's a shower leaking. How many times has that derailed an auction? Hey, when the buyers find out something with a building report. So yes, 2, 3, 4, situational on the vendor situation, but have all your ducks, as you say so well, have all those ducks lined up so you're ready to go.
2021, we did a lot of 2 weeks auctions, but couldn't be any more spot on. If you're not ready to sell, you're not on the market for 2 weeks because you were losing some of that time. 3 weeks, would you say is the average?
Yeah,
because you've got a pretty good helicopter view.
Yeah, 3 to 4.
3 to 4, yeah.
But quite often it just comes down as the paperwork ready to go. If it's not, it's 4 weeks. But if you got an intensive 3-week campaign and all your paperwork's lined up, so if a buyer turns up in the first open home and goes, yep, I want to buy it, cool. There's a vendor's building report, but don't rely on it, but it still gives me a lot of confidence to invest money. I've got an auction agreement ready to go. I've got a clean contract and I can read the limb and go, man, the triple C's all there and that garage built, that was granted to a year ago. And the pool's, I'm good to go, right? I've got cash, I'm ready. But I go in with cash and only half the paperwork's there, then I'm not sure. And again, as we've said before, when I'm not sure and I've got so much other choice in the marketplace, yes, no.
Harder to commit. Thank you for watching. Cut to the chase. I love having these chats, Aaron. And if you got any questions, any topics, fire them through, like, share, subscribe. See you next week.